have two public service projects I'd like to talk about. First, I'm one of 4 co-directors for the UA Little Rock Racial Disparities in the Arkansas Criminal Justice System research project. And that project is aimed at learning more about and minimizing the racial disparities in criminal sentencing in Arkansas. So we did studies after we did several years of studies and found in 2015 that Black defendants are being sentenced more harshly than white defendants. And so we've been spending the last 5 years doing a lot of outreach and education to the community. The second thing I'd like to tell you about is my work doing cultural proficiency and bias mitigation, mainly aimed at the legal profession, but anywhere from legal education to courts. I did a workshop with the bankruptcy trustees, so I've been working with groups regionally and nationally on that. So I think my public service has a huge impact on the work that I do with my students. Number one, students can be engaged in the work. So we've had students doing the legal research. We're trying to create some internship opportunities with some of our community advocacy organizations. I think it just also models what a good lawyer should be. So I'm hoping that I'm creating the expectation that when they go into practice, that they should always give back to their community. We hope to look at a number of ways that we can start to reduce these racial disparities in criminal sentencing. One of the recent wins that we have is we were able, with the help of Arkansas Supreme Court Justice Rhonda Wood, to get some model jury instructions passed so that judges and attorneys can talk to juries about bias. We would love to get some more ideas going, some maybe blind charging from the prosecutor's office. We definitely want stakeholders in the system to take on bias reduction, so training programs, education. We just had an annual conference where we did a lot of work with over 40 criminal justice organizations on implicit bias and racial bias in criminal sentencing. So I hope to see more of that, and I'd like to see the racial disparity go away. One thing that I've learned from my students is how important it is to feel connected to the work that you're doing. I recently spoke at Decarcerate's annual conference, and we had a good group of students there, and to see the excitement and to see all of the questions and to see in them that in a couple years they were going to be able to go out and really make a difference in the community. I love to be there to kind of coach them through that. Oftentimes I have to back them off and say, let's focus on law school first, and keeping your grades up because they're so passionate. But I just love to see that passion. I really do. And it makes me excited about the future of lawyering in Arkansas. I think public service as a professor is critically important. We really have a privilege, and we get to look at problems holistically. When I was in law practice, I had to be focused on my clients' needs. But now that I'm in academia, I'm able to really step back and look at the problem and all of the interventions. And so it is my responsibility, I think, to take what I've learned and give that right back to